जय। श्री गुरवे नमः।
गुरवे नमः।
श्री गुरवे नमः।
श्री गुरवे नमः।
श्री गुरवे नमः।
श्री गुरवे नमः।
आचार्यं मां विजानीयान् नावमन्येत कर्हिचित् नमर्त्य बुद्ध्या सूयेत सर्वदेव मयो गुरु। हे परम प्रियतम,
हे परम प्रियतम,
पूर्णतम पुरुषोत्तम श्री कृष्ण,
पूर्णतम पुरुषोत्तम श्री कृष्ण,
तुमसे विमुख होने के कारण,
तुमसे विमुख होने के कारण
अनादिकाल से हमने,
अनादिकाल से हमने
अनंतानंत दुख पाए
अनंतानंत दुख पाए
एवं पा रहे हैं।
एवं पा रहे हैं।
पाप करते करते,
पाप करते करते
अंतःकरण
अंतःकरण
इतना मलिन हो चुका है
इतना मलिन हो चुका है
कि रसिकों द्वारा
कि रसिकों द्वारा
यह जानने पर भी
यह जानने पर भी
कि तुम अपनी भुजाओं को पसारे,
कि तुम अपनी भुजाओं को पसारे,
अपनी वात्सल्यमयी दृष्टि से,
अपनी वात्सल्यमयी दृष्टि से
हमारी प्रतीक्षा कर रहे हो।
हमारी प्रतीक्षा कर रहे हो।
तुम्हारी शरण में नहीं आ पाता,
तुम्हारी शरण में नहीं आ पाता।
हे अशरण शरण,
हे अशरण शरण,
तुम्हारी कृपा के बिना,
तुम्हारी कृपा के बिना
तुम्हें कोई जान भी तो नहीं सकता।
तुम्हें कोई जान भी तो नहीं सकता।
ऐसी स्थिति में,
ऐसी स्थिति में
हे अकारण करुण,
हे अकारण करुण,
पतित पावन श्री कृष्ण,
पतित पावन श्री कृष्ण,
तुम अपनी अहेतुकी कृपा से ही,
तुम अपनी अहेतुकी कृपा से ही
हमको अपना लो।
हमको अपना लो।
हे करुणा सागर,
हे करुणा सागर,
हम भुक्ति मुक्ति आदि
हम भुक्ति मुक्ति आदि
कुछ नहीं मांगते।
कुछ नहीं मांगते।
हमें तो केवल तुम्हारे निष्काम प्रेम की ही,
तुम्हारे निष्काम प्रेम की ही
एकमात्र चाह है।
एकमात्र चाह है।
हे नाथ,
हे नाथ,
अपने विरद की ओर देखकर,
अपने विरद की ओर देखकर
इस अधम को निराश न करो।
इस अधम को निराश न करो।
हे जीवन धन,
हे जीवन धन,
अब बहुत हो चुका,
अब बहुत हो चुका,
अब तो तुम्हारे प्रेम के बिना,
अब तो तुम्हारे प्रेम के बिना
यह जीवन
यह जीवन
मृत्यु से भी अधिक भयानक है।
मृत्यु से भी अधिक भयानक है।
अतएव
अतएव
प्रेम भिक्षां देहि,
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 प्रेम भिक्षां देहि।
साकेत बिहारी श्री राघवेंद्र सरकार की
जय।
वृंदावन बिहारी श्री यादवेंद्र सरकार की
जय।
श्रीमत् सद्गुरु सरकार की
जय।
जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। Prem Ras Madira, English version, page 226, Lakhori Ali, Lali Ju ki Jhulan Bahar. Lakhori Ali, Lali Ju ki Jhulan Bahar,
लखोरी आली, लाली जू की झूलन बहार,
लखोरी आली, लाली जू की झूलन बहार,
लखोरी आली, लाली जू की झूलन बहार,
झूलवत लाल रूप जनु लाली,
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 झूलती जनु झूलती जनु सिंगार लखोरियाली
झूलती जनु सिंगार लखोरियाली
झूलती झूलती जनु सिंगार लखोरियाली
झूलती जनु सिंगार लखोरियाली
झूलती झूलती जनु सिंगार लखोरियाली
झूलती जनु सिंगार लखोरियाली
लाली जू की झूलन बहार लखोरियाली
लाली जू की झूलन बहार लखोरियाली
लखोरियाली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
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 हिय फूली कालिंदी तातट
हिय फूली कालिंदी तातट
हिय फूली कालिंदी तातट
हिय फूली कालिंदी तातट
फूली कदमन डार लखोरियाली
फूली कदमन डार लखोरियाली
फूली कदमन डार लखोरियाली फूली कदमन डार लखोरियाली
कदमन डार लखोरियाली
लाली जू की झूलन बहार लखोरियाली
लाली जू की झूलन बहार
लखोरियाली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
लखोरियाली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
लखोरियाली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
लखोरियाली लाली जू की झूलन
पर लता बेली बाहु फूली
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 उर्जी तरुवार झार लखोरियाली
तरुवार झार लखोरियाली
उर्जी तरुवार झार लखोरियाली
उर्जी तरुवार झार लखोरियाली
उर्जी तरुवार झार लखोरियाली
उर्जी तरुवार झार लखोरियाली
लाली जू की झूलन बहार लखोरियाली
लाली जू की झूलन
झूलन बहार।
लखोरियानी लाली झुकी झूलन बहार।
लखोरियाली लाली झुकी झूलन बहार।
लखोरियानी लाली झुकी झूलन बहार।
रंग 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 बिरंगे विविध सुफूलनी।
रंग बिरंगे विविध सुफूलनी।
रंग बिरंगे विविध सुफूलनी।
रंग बिरंगे विविध सुफूलनी।
रेशम डोरी सवार लखोरियाली।
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 लाली जुकी श्यामा जुकी झूलन बहार लखोरियाली।
लाली जुकी झूलन बहार लखोरियाली।
लखोरियाली लाली जुकी झूलन बहार।
लखोरियाली लाली जुकी झूलन बहार।
लखोरियाली लाली जुकी झूलन बहार।
लखोरियाली
किय सोरा सिंगार फुलान को
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 राजति भानु दुलार लखोरियाली
राजति भानु दुलार लखोरी आली
राजति भानु दुलार लखोरियाली
राजति भानु दुलार लखोरियाली
राजति भानु दुलार लखोरियाली
राजति भानु दुलार लखोरियाली
लाली जू की झूलन बहार लखोरियाली
लाली जू की झूलन बहार लखोरियाली
लखोरियाली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
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 झुकी झुकी झोंटे देत लाल जू
झुकी झुकी झोंटे देत लाल जू
झुकी 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 झोंटे देत लाल जू
झुके झुके छोटे देत लाल जू
करन चाहत दृग चार लखोरियाली
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 लाली जू की झूलन बहार लखोरियाली
लाली झुकी झूलन बहार लखोरियाली
लखोरियाली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
लखोरियाली लाली झुकी झूलन बहार
लखोरियाली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
लखोरियाली लाली झुकी झूलन बहार
मोरी मोरी मृदु मुस्काय लाडली
मोरी मोरी मृदु मुस्काय लाडली
मृदु मृदु मोरी मोरी मृदु मुस्काय लाडली
मोरी मोरी मृदु मुस्काय लाडली
करती नैन सोवार लखोरियाली
करती नैन सोवार लखोरियाली
कर करती नैन संवार लखोरियाली करती नैन संवार लखोरियाली
करती नैन संवार लखोरियाली
लाली जू की झूलन बहार लखोरियाली
लाली जू की झूलन बहार लखोरियाली
लखोरियाली झूलन रियाली लाली को श्यामाजू की झूलन बहार
लखोरियाली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
लखोरियाली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
लखोरियाली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
लाल लापत तान लाडली
लाल लापत तान लाडली
लाल लापत तान लाडली
लाल लापत तान लाडली
गावती मेघ मलार लखोरियाली
गावती मेघ मलार लखोरियाली
गावती मेघ मलार लखोरी आली
गावती मेघ मलार लखोरियाली
गावती मेघ मलार लखोरियाली
गावती मेघ मलार लखोरियाली
लाली जू की झूलन बहार लखोरी आली लखोरी आली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
लखोरी आली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
लखोरी आली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
लखोरी आली लाली जू की झूलन
अति द्रुत झोंटे दियो लाल जब
अति द्रुत झोंटे दियो
अति द्रुत झोंटे दियो लाल जब
अति द्रुत झोंटे दियो
डर पीहिय सुकुमार लखोरी आली
डर पीहिय सुकुमार लखोरी
डर पीहिय सुकुमार लखोरी आली
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 लाली जू की झूलन बहार लखोरी आली
लाली जू की झूलन बहार लखोरी आली
लखोरी आली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
लखोरी आली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
लखोरी आली लाली जू की झूलन बहार।
लखोरियारी लाली जू की झूलन बहार।
कहियो लाडली करो न लंगरई।
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 नट खट नंद कुमार लखोरियाली।
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 लखोरियाली लाली जू की झूलन बहार।
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 झूलवो रिझवार लखोरियाली
संग 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 झूलवो रिझवार लखोरियाली
लाली जू की झूलन बहार लखोरियाली
लाली झुकी झूलन बहार लखोरियाली
लाली जू की झूलन बहार लखोरियाली
लाली झुकी झूलन बहार लखोरियाली
लाली जू की झूलन बहार लखोरियाली
लाली झुकी झूलन बहार लखोरियाली
लखोरियाली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
लखोरियाली लाली झुकी झूलन बहार
लखोरियाली लाली जू की श्यामा जू की प्यारी जू की झूलन बहार
लखोरियाली लाली झुकी झूलन बहार
लखोरियाली लाली जू की झूलन बहार
लखोरियाली लाली झुकी झूलन बहार
बोलो लाडली लाल की ध्यानमूलं गुरोर्मूर्तिः पूजार्चना mantramulam gurorvakyam bhakti mulang guror kripa. Aho chitram vande tat prema bandhanam yad baddham muktidam muktam Brahma krida bhrigi kritam yo brahmanam vidadhati purvam yo vai vedanscha prahinoti tasmai Tagvangha devamatma buddhi prakasham mumukchurvai sharanamaham prapadye. Dear devotees, today I'll be answering some questions that have been posted to our YouTube channel. Thank you to everybody who sent in the questions. So we're going to start with an argumentative question, which are often the most interesting. So it's a fairly long question. I'm just going to paraphrase. Manuel is questioning that in a previous lecture I said it's namaparad. It's a spiritual transgression to think of one name of God being bigger, better, or more important than another name of God. And he's arguing, giving some quotations from Brahma Samhita, Gita, and Bhagavatam that Krishna is bigger than God Shiva. Krishna is more important than Shivji. These quotations are real quotations, of course, and they indicate that Shri Krishna includes the form of Shivji in himself, which means that he himself has become Bhagwan Shiv. He himself is Shivji. So both can be true at the same time, that Shri Krishna is Parat Par Brahma. Shri Krishna is Purnatam Purushottam Brahm. He is the absolute supreme form of God who includes all other forms of God within him, and he himself has become. He is Swayam Bhagwan, meaning supreme God himself, and he becomes all the other forms of Bhagwan just because they look different in appearance than Shri Krishna and behave differently as far as how they reveal their personality and their divine powers. Nonetheless, they are none other than Shri Krishna. So to think of a form of God as being different, even that is namaparad. That's a transgression against Shri Krishna to think that Shivji is smaller or less important. Shri Krishna himself is Shivji. And on top of that, Shivji is the greatest bhakt of Shri Krishna. Nimnaganam yatha Ganga, Vaishnavanam yatha Shambhu. He is the greatest Vaishnava. Shivji is the greatest devotee of Shri Krishna. And Shri Krishna considers his devotees to be greater than himself. So even if you look at it from that perspective, disrespect to God Shiva would make Shri Krishna extremely unhappy. So this is the philosophy behind this how we have to understand it, that while it is true that Shri Krishna is absolute supreme God, nonetheless, to think that his other forms are less than him is an insult to him, and it's a grave spiritual transgression. To think that any of his other names are less important is a spiritual transgression. So both can be true at the same time, that Shri Krishna is supreme, but that all his forms are himself, therefore internally they are one and the same and equal, and all of his names are absolutely blissful. All of his names are the very form of himself. So to differentiate in that way, thinking that one is bigger and better or more important than another, that has to be avoided, even though we understand that he himself gives the supreme form of divine bliss. That is true, but that doesn't mean his other forms are less. This is one of the main reasons that Jagadguru Shri Kripalu Ji Maharaj did not promote the idea of sampradaya. Sampradaya means a lineage. From this guru to this guru to this guru to this guru on to the present day. People always ask, oh, what sampradaya do you belong to? Because they feel that that gives some authenticity to the teachings. So there are, even within the devotees of Shri Krishna, there are different sampradaya. There is Nimbarkacharya's sampradaya, Haridas Ji's sampradaya, Hitaharivansh's sampradaya, Gaudiya sampradaya, Madhvacharya's sampradaya. And the followers of these sampradaya up until today, now that those true divine saints whose teachings established that sampradaya or took that sampradaya further forward, nowadays, the followers quite often use that as a basis for trying to feel superior to other sampradayas. So that's what's inherent, that's what's inherently wrong with this question, is that the one posing the question has a feeling of self-superiority, that Vaishnavas are greater than Shaivites. Someone who's worshipping Shri Krishna is correct, and someone who's worshipping Bhagwan Shiv is ignorant. This is what's hidden behind this question, and this is exactly why Shri Maharaj Ji did not promote the idea of sampradaya, because it just promotes more and more of this feeling of self-superiority, which is the exact opposite of devotion. We have to be humble. So we give full respect to all of Shri Krishna's forms and all the devotees of all of Shri Krishna's forms, knowing that many of those devotees may be much greater than we are. That's how we have to assume. So to simplify all of this, Shri Maharaj Ji did two things. Number one, he himself didn't take any guru. People question why Maharaj Ji didn't take a guru. So he wouldn't have to say, I belong to this sampradaya or that sampradaya. No sampradaya. I'm from Shri Krishna's sampradaya. That's the second thing he did. He simplified. He said, Kathopanishad has already told us, Tayoh Shreya Adadanasya Sadhu Bhavati Hiyaterthadya Upreyo Vrinite. There are only two options of how to live your life. You can seek happiness from Supreme God, or you can seek happiness from Maya. Those who seek happiness from Supreme God are following the path of Preya. the path of Shreya, the path that leads to ultimate happiness. And those who follow the path of seeking happiness from Maya, they're following the path of Preya. So Shreya takes you to God, and Preya keeps you in Maya. There's no other third path. Either you're going towards God, or you're getting more attached in Maya. All of the various divine sampradayas originated from Supreme God anyway, whether it be from Shri Krishna or from Brahma or any other divine personality, they all come from Supreme God. So when all the sampradayas trace back to God originally, why not just say, I belong to God's sampradaya? We all come from the same place. I belong to Shri Krishna's sampradaya. And those who aren't following the path to God are following the Mayak sampradaya, two sampradayas. So now all those spiritual, religious people who are trying to follow a path to God, they don't have to quibble and quarrel with each other that, oh, why are you worshiping that form of God? And why are you worshiping in this way? That's right, that's wrong. This is what happens between various sampradayas many times. So to avoid this whole damaging situation that spoils the devotion of the true devotees if they get caught up in that type of unnecessary arguing and feelings of self-superiority, Maharaj wiped the whole thing clean. He said, don't worry about what sampradaya you belong to, as long as you belong to God's sampradaya. That's it. So this was a very thought-provoking question. So thank you for sending that in. The second question I'll be answering today has to do with dhan, giving of charity. So Shubham writes that regarding donations, Maharaj Ji has told that it should only be done towards the right entity, which is Hari and Guru. But if some poor person asks us for money, should we give or not? Gita says, Deshe kale chapatre cha taddanam satvikam smritam. All dhan, all charity is not the same. Giving the physical act is the same, giving of money. But there could be different reasons why we're giving. We could be giving the money to gain someone's trust so that we can later take advantage of them. So our motivation is actually tamas. We could be giving the money so that others will know and will get appreciated. That's a rajas dhan. Our motivation is rajas. Or we could truly be giving the money to help others because we know that that type of self-sacrifice feels good. Doing something for someone else with no other ulterior motive feels good. So that's sattvic motivation. But then there's one higher form of dhan than that. When we give that dhan as a seva to a divine guru, so then our motivation is to serve this divine personality. That's the highest motivation that instantly gives the result of purifying the heart. So you have the motivation side, tamas, rajas, sattvic, or devotional motivation. And then you have, that's half of the equation. The other half of the equation is the patra that you put that dhan into. To whom did you give? Your motivation might have been tamas, but you gave to a sattvic individual. So that dhan is classified as sattvic, tamas, both. You might have gave to a rajas person with a sattvic motivation. So that dhan is qualified as rajas sattvic. The whole thing counts. Your motivation, why you gave, but also to whom did you give, that also counts. If you give money with the best motivation to a tamas person who uses that money to hurt someone else or to buy drugs and harm themselves, you are still responsible for the outcome of that money you gave. So understanding this philosophy is up to us. If we give to a divine personality, the result is immediate heart purification and more blossoming of our feelings of bhakti. So devotional dhan is the highest, followed by sattvic dhan, followed by rajas, and of course last is tamas dhan. To use the example, he said, okay, the right entity to give to is Hari and Guru. He understood that. But should we give to the person who's begging that we just meet somewhere on the street? That's totally up to you. I know I never saw Maharaj Ji not give But he's a divine personality and he knows what's in a person's heart. And also, divine personalities don't receive the material binding outcome of their actions. So whoever he gives to, it's a grace on them. And he always had money to give whenever he was out walking in public. Whoever came up to him, he gave. But our situation is much more precarious. When we give to someone else, we're going to get the exact result according to our motivation and the person we gave to. So that's on us. It's our responsibility to understand the underlying philosophy and also to research what is the patra. Is this a tamas patra? Patra means the vessel into which you're giving. Is this patra tamas, rajas, or sattvic? Of course, we know Guruji's patra is divine, and that's to our maximum benefit. But if we're giving to someone else, that's completely up to us. It's good to feel motivated to help other people, but it's up to us to research how that money is going to be used that we're giving. Whether it's $1 or $100 or $1,000, what that money is used for, we're going to get the result of that in our next life. So should I give or not? That's up to you, but do your research. The third question is from Sita. She says, when I try to do Rup Dhyan, I see a peacock sitting. So whatever Rup Dhyan she's trying to do, the peacock keeps coming. So that's fine. As long as you just feel that this is Krishna's peacock, or it's a peacock from the divine abode, or maybe it's Krishna himself in the form of that peacock. We know, we've heard Leelas where Krishna himself becomes a peacock. So Maharaji has told us many times when it comes to Rup Dhyan, this practical technique, that wherever your mind goes, just feel that Krishna is there or see Krishna there. So whatever the mind is thinking of, transform that into devotion. If it's a peacock, great. If it's some other scene in the modern world, no problem. Just put Krishna there. So wherever your mind goes, turn that into a devotional scene by including Hari and Guru in that. Okay, 2 more questions. This question is by Narayani. She says, I need proper guidance. I already accept Kripalu Ji Maharaj as my guru, but I didn't meet him in my lifetime. So I'm confused that can I make him my guru or not? Or first, do I need to make one of Maharajji's preachers as my guru? Please, I really appreciate your guidance. This is a very important question to understand, and there's 2 aspects to it. One is that can you make a divine saint your guru who is no longer physically present on earth? Now, there are in many cases, general rules that apply most times, but in certain cases there are exceptions. So the general rule is those who have met a saint while the saint is alive, those who have surrendered to a saint while the saint is physically present on earth, continue to be protected and graced by that saint for the rest of their life, even if the saint leaves the earth. But no new person can make that saint their guru after the saint has left the earth. This is the general rule, the general philosophy. However, there are exceptions. And Shri Maharajji is one of those exceptions. So in the case of Shri Maharajji, due to his particular divine status, even though he is no longer physically visible to us, nonetheless, not only those who met him during his time where he was visible, not only those who surrendered to him during that time, but even those who had never even heard of Maharajji while he was present here on earth, even those people still have the opportunity to accept Maharajji as their guru. Nothing has changed in that regard. Just as when Maharaj was physically here, there was no physical formality required to accept him as your guru. There's no contract to be signed. There's no verbal exchange required. Even a physical meeting was not required. Even when Maharaj was physically here, let's say somebody saw his lecture on television and felt, oh, he's my guru, he's answering all my questions. Bas ho gaya. The second you thought that, the second you accepted him in your heart, he became your guru. That was all that was ever required with Shri Maharaj. You accept him in your heart, the rest happens automatically. As soon as you accept him, that inner connection is created and his grace starts being felt and starts taking effect in your heart. The same exact thing can happen now. Even though, as far as we can see with our physical eyes, Maharaj isn't visible to us. That doesn't mean he's not physically here. That's the special exception with Shri Maharaj. Just because his body isn't visible to us doesn't mean that he's not physically here. He's still physically with each and every devotee in the whole world. Even those who hadn't met him, if somebody just finds out about Shri Maharaj for the very first time today, through one of his lectures or a preacher or one of his books or something, even today somebody can decide, I want Shri Maharaj as my guru, and the same thing happens. As soon as you feel that in your heart and you accept him, to whatever degree you have accepted him in your heart, the same degree of connection is instantly created and instantly grace starts to flow. So as far as making Shri Maharaj your guru, nothing has changed from now as compared to the time when he was visible to us 50 years ago or 20 years ago. Nothing has changed in that regard. And as far as making a preacher your guru, completely unnecessary, and in fact I would say even more strongly than that, to be absolutely avoided. Because preachers are not saints. Preachers are devotees who have been blessed by Shri Maharaj to get the opportunity to do seva to him by spreading his teachings. That's it. Doing the seva of a preacher is no better than doing any other kind of seva that was assigned by Shri Maharaj or not assigned directly by Shri Maharaj, just somebody got the opportunity to do some seva. No seva is better or lesser than any other seva. So preachers have a highly visible seva, which is puts us in a position to be known by a lot of people, and we do have the responsibility to try to guide people according to Maharaj's philosophy and try to answer questions, but that doesn't confer any kind of special status on us devotionally speaking. Many simple, meaning devotees living a simple, ordinary existence, may be much higher than any preacher. We don't know. Maharaj knows those things. So preachers should absolutely not be thought of as gurus. Maharaj himself said many times that none of my pracharaks are God realized. They're just repeating what I've taught them, and that's it. So take the information from the preachers and apply it, use it to understand Shri Maharaj's philosophy, but don't ever think of a preacher as a guru. Never mind guru, don't even think of preachers as divine personalities. Give them respect because Maharaj has put them in that position, but don't elevate them on that kind of a pedestal where you start thinking, oh, their every word and every action is divine. No, we're just repeating what Shri Maharaj taught us. That's it. So you don't have to, it's not a stepping stone. You don't have to accept a preacher first and then accept Shri Maharaj. Go directly to Shri Maharaj. And whatever preacher you've come through, the preacher just has to take you and tries to get you connected to Shri Maharaj. And once you're connected to Shri Maharaj, if you have any other questions, we can still help, but now you don't need us. You have your direct connection with Shri Maharaj. Okay, last question I'll answer today is there any spiritual insight into how we should handle or think about such a major global event like the coronavirus pandemic? So if you want much more detail on this, when I was giving the Shikshashtak lectures, the first 2 or 3 or 4 lectures, I spent part of each lecture talking about this exact thing, because that was the beginning of the pandemic spreading here in the US. So if you want that detail, you can go on to our YouTube channel and find those Shikshashtak lectures from March and April, and you'll get a lot more detail. But basically, there are 3 things you should think about. Number 1 is, don't worry. This is Maya. Ups and downs happen all the time in Maya. And there are always little or big calamities happening over and over, one after the other. In a person's life, on a national scale, on a global scale, there are always bad things happening. This is just the nature of the world. Don't worry about it. Whoever is bound to die at what time is going to die exactly at that moment. The moment of death cannot be changed. It's already decided at the time that you're born exactly what moment you're going to die. So knowing that the time of death is fixed and that our life is getting shorter every second, we should do devotion with a sense of urgency. But we shouldn't worry, when am I going to die and how am I going to die? That's going to happen when it's going to happen, whether it's because of the coronavirus or because of an accident or because of some natural health problem. It doesn't matter. Death comes at the appointed time. So why to worry about it? That's number 1. Number 2 is, nonetheless, we still have to follow the rules. We shouldn't flaunt our, because we shouldn't look careless. Like, oh, I don't wear a mask. If I'm going to get coronavirus and die, it's going to happen whether I wear a mask or not. What does it matter if I spread coronavirus to everybody else by not wearing a mask? If they're going to die, they're going to die. That's an incorrect application of the philosophy. The correct application is, don't worry, it's fine. But nonetheless, we still have to be good citizens. Whether we have this background in devotional philosophy or not, we still have to be good citizens. We can't be careless and just flaunt our, not caring, oh, I don't follow your rules. No, we should follow the rules, be good citizens, be good ashram vasis, and obey all the protocols for limiting the spread of the virus. That's just good sattvic living. Devotees are also supposed to maintain a sattvic outlook, and that means things as simple as getting up early, making your bed, keeping your room clean, keeping yourself clean. These are all sattvic things. Someone would say, well, I'm Raganuga Bhakt. I don't have to follow any rules. Yeah, you're right that those rules have no bearing on how you do your devotion to Radha Krishna, but they still affect your mind. By not observing these basic sattvic good living protocols, we're actually allowing our mind to get careless, and that ends up spilling over into devotion eventually. And then we become careless in devotion. So we shouldn't think that just because we're following the path of Raganuga Bhakti, where the only rule is remember Radha Krishna all the time, that we don't have to follow these protocols of good living or protocols of according to the restrictions during these times of the pandemic. So follow the rules. That's number 2. But number 1, don't worry. 0 worry, but 100% follow the rules. And number 3, look at the benefits that we've received devotionally. Almost every time I talk to a devotee in a different place around the country, every single person is saying, I'm doing so much devotion now because of this. Why? My life slowed down. My life got so much more simple. I'm not going around here and there doing this and that, meeting this person and that person. My life is just down to the bare necessities. Work, get enough food to eat, take care of the minimal family responsibilities. Then what? Then do devotion. So all of a sudden, people have lots of time for devotion. I talked to a 19-year-old recently who said ever since the beginning of this, they've been at home and tuning into our evening satsang each and every day, the whole hour and a half, arti, Maharaj's lecture, kirtan. Somebody from Milwaukee wrote me a handwritten letter saying, please, even after the epidemic stops, don't stop the evening telecast. Because I only started doing daily sadhana during this time because of this. So I've lost count of the number of people who've told me that before the coronavirus hit, I didn't do daily sadhana, and now I'm doing daily sadhana. And 99% is not out of fear. It's because their life is simple, they're more focused, they realize the importance of doing devotion. But I even talked to someone who just yesterday told me that a relative who knew about the philosophy but wasn't someone who practiced daily devotion got very sick with the coronavirus. The whole family was sick. It looked like they were gone, all of them. So she took the opportunity to go and say, well, if you're going, you want to start doing daily sadhana with me? And they started doing daily sadhana. And as it happened, it wasn't their time to go, any of those family members. But then even after they got better, they continued doing daily sadhana. So what I'm saying is God's grace comes in many forms. So knowing that everyone is going to die still at the appointed time, so what does it matter if there's a coronavirus or there isn't? But this whole sweeping epidemic, look how it's changing the way people live their lives and encouraging people to do devotion. So this is how, these are three basic points, how I think about this, such a huge, it looks like a calamity, but just keep these three things in mind. Don't worry, follow the rules, and look at how much devotional benefit so many people are getting due to the lifestyle changes. So next week, we will be having a lecture at this time, but it will be during our intensive. So our intensive, our annual summer sadhana shivir, starts next Saturday evening and goes for 2 weeks. So next Sunday morning, although the intensive is going on, we will still have at the same time a live lecture. Boli Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki. So we'll have the arti now.
जयति जगद्गुरु गुरुवर की गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की गुरु पद नखमणि चंद्रिका प्रकाश जाके उर बसे ताके मोहतम नाश जाके मात नाथ तब हाथ करवास। तात होए माया मोह सब ही निराश। पावे गति मति रति राधा वर की। गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। भक्ति मन मूड छाड़ु नारी नर हाथ। गुरु बिनु ब्रह्म श्याम हूँ न देंगे साथ। कोमल कृपालु बड़े कृपा सिंधु नाथ। पाके ने आज तू अनाथ हो सनाथ। दीनी के अधीन कृपा गिरधर की। गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। भक्ति योग रस अवतार अभिराम। कर निगमागम समन्वय ललाम। श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धाम। बाट रहे प्रेम निष्काम बिनु। हो रही सफल काया नारी नर की। गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। लली लाल लीला का सलोना सुविलास। छाया दिव्य दृष्टि बिच प्रेम का प्रकाश। वैसा ही विनोद वही मंजू मृदु हास। करे बस बर बस उच्च अट्टहास। झूमी चले चाल वही नटवर की। गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। जयति जगद्गुरु गुरुवर की। गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की। के बनवारी नथवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की। के बनवारी नथवारी की। दुहन सिर कनक मुकुट झलके। दुहन श्रुति कुंडल भल हलके। दुहन दृग प्रेम सुधा छलके। चसीले बैन रसीले ने। गसीले से दुहन में नन मन हारी। की बनवारी नथवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की। के बनवारी नथवारी की। दुहुन दृग चितवनी परवारी। दुहुनि लट लटकनी छवि न्यारी। दुहुनि भौमट कनी अति प्यारी। रसन मुख पान हसन मुस्कान। दसन दम दुहुनि बेसर छवि न्यारी की। के बनवारी नथवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की। के बनवारी नतवारी की। एक उर पीतांबर पहरे, एक उर नीलांबर लहरे, दुहन उर लर मोतिन चहरे, कान कनन खनक किन किन झन, नूपुरन भनक धुन रुन झुन धुनि प्यारी की। के बनवारी नथवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की। के बनवारी नथवारी। एक सिर मोर मुकुट राजे, एक सिर चूनरी छवि छाजे, दुहन सिर तिरछे भल ब्राजे, संग ब्रज बाल लाड़ लीला, बाहंगल डाल कृपाल दुहन दृग चारी की। बनवारी नथवारी की। आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की। के बनवारी नथवारी की। आरती प्रीतम बनवारी नथवारी की। मत प्रेयान राधिका प्रेयान, मधवो राधिका तव, तस्मादपि गरीयान्यो कृपालुर्मे जगद्गुरु। गुरुं भजति श्रीकृष्णः, श्रीकृष्णं भजते गुरुः। सिद्धान्ततस्त्व भेदेऽपि कृपालुर्मे गुरुर्महान्। अशरण शरण महाप्रभो, तुम स्वामी हम दास, कीजय कृपा कृपालु मम, दीजय गुरु सहवास। तुम दीनन रखवार, हम अहंकार अवतार। अस करु कृपा कृपालु, अब दीन बनु सरकार। हो ऐसो हो पतित जो, पतित ना पुहि मान। ऐसे पतित विचित्र को, पावन करू तब जान। सब भिखारी जगत के, जेतिक नातेदार। दे दिव्य प्रेम आनंद के तुम एक साहूकार। बोलिए अनंत भूमंडलाचार्य की जय। जगतगुरु श्री कृपालु जी महाराज की जय। श्री राशेश्वरी राधा रानी की जय। श्री राधा माधव धाम की जय। श्री भक्ति धाम की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे।
Radhe Radhe. I forgot to announce that I'll also be giving a live lecture on Thursday